Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to this English news edition. Let's first start with the headlines. In the morning of this Saturday, Burundi head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye, also president of the African Union, flew to Arusha in the United Republic of Tanzania. And according to the press release from the Office of Information and Communication and the spokesperson at the Presidency of the Republic, the Burundian head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye was participate in the 25th Ordinary Summit of Heads of States of East African Community. In order to celebrate International Women's Day, Burundi Red Cross has assisted a center of handicapped located in Kiganda commune in Gitega province. Sister Nijimbere Valerie, manager of that center, has expressed her gratitude toward women members of Red Cross Burundi for dedication in humanitarian work. Welcome again. Details now. Burundi head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye has flew this morning to Arusha in the United Republic of Tanzania, according to a press release from the Office of Information, Communication and the spokesperson at the Presidency of the Republic. The Burundian head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye was to participate in the 25th Ordinary Summit of Heads of States of the East African Community. And the Burundi head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye, at the same time president of the African Union, attended the 25th Ordinary Summit of Heads of States of East African Community that took place in Tanzania in Arusha. During that summit, elections of the head of the East African Community took place, and it is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, president of Uganda, that was elected. And another point, a free trade circulation has been launched that is on all borders of different countries, members of East African Community. Same taxes will be paid. The details with Gordie Gatogato.
The 25th Ordinary Summit of the Heads of State of the East African Community was held this Saturday in Arusha, Tanzania. The meeting began with a closed-door session bringing together the leaders of the member states, including the Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye, who also serves as the rotating chairperson of the African Union. During this meeting, the leaders proceeded with the election of the new chairperson of the community, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of Uganda. During the summit, the Secretary General of the East African Community, Patrick Stéphane Burundi, along with other officials of the institution, took the oath of office before the heads of state and delegates, pleading to perform their duties in accordance with the laws and regulations of the East African Community. Following the handover ceremony between the outgoing chairperson William Ruto, President of Kenya, and the new chairperson Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, several speeches were delivered. In his address, William Ruto praised the strong cooperation with the President of the East African Community member state during his term and the helm of the community. He emphasized that significant progress had been made, particularly in facilitating the movement of people and goods, strengthening the process of establishing a common market, and advancing the creation of a single currency. He also stressed the need to reinforce peace and security, noting that the security situation in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo will continue to be closely monitored as it remains a concern for the African Union. For his part, the incoming chairperson of the EAC, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, began by highlighting measures aimed at facilitating the free movement of goods and people within the region, particularly by simplifying border procedures among EAC member states. He also called for strong youth engagement to reinforce unity, peace, security, and cooperation region with the aim of promoting socio-economic development and the well-being of the population. For this reason, the summit adopted the theme Deepening Regional Integration to Improve the Lives of the People.
And this Friday, Burundi First Lady André Ndayishimiye has received in audience General Director of World Health Organization in Africa, Dr. Mohamed Yacoub Janabi. The discussions focused on reinforcement of health sector and the support of projects implemented by Bonne Action Mugiraneza Foundation, managed by Burundi First Lady André Ndayishimiye. And the students from Sacre du Savoir schools in Nyabihanga school are called upon to ensure hygiene and avoid any sexual intercourse in order to protect themselves against diseases such as cholera, mpox, and Ebola. This call was made by Burundi First Lady André Ndayishimiye this Friday in Nyabihanga in Gitega province in the continuation of awareness sessions intended for students in boarding schools on the prevention of these diseases. And still with Burundi First Lady, she calls on Burundians to practice sport, stressing that it helps prevent certain diseases such as diabetes and hypertension. She spoke this Saturday during a jogging session organized by Pas à Pas or Bien-être pour tous, which she dialect for the occasion. The Abasangira Rugendo club from the province of Gitega was also invited. The latter was led by the governor of Gitega province, Tiriboaha Bigirimana. And this Friday, Prime Minister Nestor Nahonouye paid a visit in Butanyerera province and the Buhumuza in order to assist the progress made in development and rehabilitation works in the buildings which house the services of different municipal administrations and provincial. Nestor Nahonouye indicates that he noted that in the communes of Ngozi, Kirundo, and Muyinga, the rehabilitation work on these buildings is already well advanced. And the General Director of World Health Organization for Africa, Dr. Mohamed Yacoub Janabi, with Lidwine Waradahana, Minister of Health, visited the Busuma refugee camp this Friday to see what kind of health care is given to the Congolese refugees hosted in that camp. He said that he is satisfied and has saluted the efforts of the Health Ministry. Details with Adrien Siwamana.
This visit carried out by the Regional Director of the World Health Organization WHO for Africa, accompanied by the Minister of Public Health, at the Busoma site located in the Ruyigi community, Buhumuza province, where Congolese refugees live, aimed to verify whether the refugees living in this site receive adequate health care. During the visit, he toured different departments operating the health center built at the site, including the maternity ward, while pregnant women come to give birth, services related to hygiene and sanitation, as well as other medical services. The Minister of Public Health, Lidwine Waradahana, stated that the health situation at the site is satisfactory as medicines and other essential supplies needed by patients are available. For his part, the WHO Regional Director for Africa thanked the government of Burundi for providing space to host those Congolese refugees. He commended the efforts of the Minister of Public Health in caring for those refugees.
No, I've always intended to come to Busuma to see myself, and I saw the reality today. We are working very close with the Ministry of Health, with other NGOs, with other UN agencies, with non-UN agencies like MSF. So you have more than 70,000 refugees here at the camp. So what I really praise the government of Burundi, all the services we are giving here, from maternity, you see we are dealing with disabled, the children who are majority. We see up to 400 patients a day here, and there was a day here we saw almost 1,000 patients. With this environment, I'm not surprised to see so many patients at the camp. So we are trying our level best to keep everyone healthy, because it's very risky for here. We are even preparing special nutrition for the kids.
At the same site, people living with disabilities received wheelchairs and other adapted equipment to facilitate their mobility. Accompanied by the minister and the other health sector officials, the visitor continues his tour at Irema Hospital, located in the same commune of Ruyigi, where refugees suffering from illnesses that cannot be treated at the Busuma site health center are referred. At this hospital, they officially inaugurated the neonatology unity building, which has recently been rehabilitated. On the same occasion, they also distributed various kits to mothers who had just given birth, similar to those distributed at the Busuma site.
And in order to celebrate the International Women's Day, Burundi Red Cross has assisted the Center of Handicapped People located in Kiganda Commune, Gitega Province. Sister Nijimbere Valérie, manager of that center, has expressed her gratitude towards women members of Red Cross for their dedication in humanitarian work. Details with Jackson Jacozi.
This humanitarian aid consisted of food and non-food items such as beans, maize grains, cotton oil, footballs, buckets to help these vulnerable children fetch water, a tank for storing water, a television and its accessories, as well as other essential goods for children living with disabilities. This aid amounts to more than 20 million Burundian francs. Etienne Ndikurio, representing the permanent secretary of the Red Cross in Burundi, stated that this action followed another mission conducted 2 weeks ago, during which a call had been made to address specific needs. It was from this call made by the officials of the Center for Children with Disabilities that the women members of the Red Cross decided to get involved alongside the disabled children to celebrate International Women's Rights Day. The head of the facility, Sister Nijimbere Valérie, expressed her gratitude for this humanitarian aid while reminding the children to continue their studies seriously as they benefit from the support of many people. It is worth noting that the Red Cross of Burundi celebrated International Women's Rights Day under the theme Right, Justice for the Most Vulnerable.
Well, this is the end of this English edition. Thank you for your attention. Have a good weekend.